I'm at the shack and it's beer o'clock, so let's go. G'day guys, Beer Healer here, and welcome down to the shack for what is a long weekend down here in Hobart. Had a beautiful day down here, getting a little bit windy now, but it's okay. We're all coming inside or out to this deck to have beer o'clock. Now look, once you get past the whole drinking of beer and look into the history, this is a really ancient art, and you really start to appreciate the complexities of it all. You also understand that people have been doing this for a very, very long time. This week, this beer tips the hat to the German brewers of the past. Now look, Germans have been brewing beers for absolutely centuries, starting with a beer-like liquid made from sort of like oats and honey in around 500 AD, and then in the 12th century they did something really cool. They started to formalise the rules of brewing, and they made this rule that any brewer making bad beer should be punished, and I bloody love that. They took it one step further in around 1516, and they signed on the German beer purity law, which is all about making great quality beer. So yep, they have been doing it for quite a while. Now the brewer of this beer is Little Creatures this week. Now they haven't quite been going as long as those German brewers, and I'm pretty sure that they have once or twice with their experimental ways perhaps violated the old German purity law at some stage, but it was always done with good intentions, I suspect. Now this is the latest Little Creatures single batch. It's called the Reinhold Sticke Alt, and this guy's take on a German Altbier, struggling to open that today, which is not something that you see that often. Now Altbiers, as you can see being poured in the glass here, are deep copper coloured beers. Check it out. And they're a bit of a mix of brewing a lager and an ale, if you like. So they're fermented as an ale, and then they're matured at cooler temperatures the way you would do with a lager. And it gives them a really nice mix of fruitiness and crispness. Now, the Sticky Alt, which is the next level, is meant to be a special alt beer that's made with more hops and malt. So it's kind of like a supersized alt beer, if you like. And apparently I've found out they've never been brewed the same way twice. So Little Creatures describes this one as the cousin to their Rogers beer, or their European cousin, I suppose, German. And seeing as the Rogers is one of my favourite mixed drinks, I have really high hopes for this 6.5% more mature offering, if you like. Check that out. That looks absolutely sensational in the glass. Nice and copper with a beautiful head. Beautiful aromas, really sweet toffee, a little bit of fruity spiciness, and maybe a bit of raisins in there as well. Yeah. Ooh, there's a bit in that one. Toffee coming through in the taste there, and that spice as well. It kind of, I don't know, maybe like a bit like a fruit cake in a glass, if you like it, but it's also pretty warm and boozy, and a really nice punchy bitterness on the end. You know, I sort of find it interesting that these guys have pulled out a close to summer release date for this beer. For me, it feels a bit more like an autumn brew, I suppose, but look, lucky with being down in Tasmania, it can be summer one day and autumn the next, so you just got to pick the right day to drink this beer on. But pretty warm down here today, but I can let you know that I will still be enjoying this beautiful alt beer on the deck out here as the sun goes down this afternoon. You know, it's a pretty big beer. You know, probably it's at 6.4%. Maybe you need a mate to share it with. So the old mate Judd over the back there, he might be keen on this. Hey Juddy, want a beer? I reckon he heard me crack this beer, and he'll be running over any time soon because he's a big Little Creatures fan. So as I said, big beer, pretty complex, but I think it should impress a few, this one. So I'll enjoy this, and I'll look until we talk again in the Beer Healer shack or up the shed or wherever the hell we are. Cheers to great beers.